Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ryan, and this is my good friend Andrew. For those of you who don't know him yet, he is one of my great friends, and today we are going to talk about SMART goals. So let's jump right in. So let's just start by saying what SMART actually stands for. SMART is specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. The five key words. So, the reason this is so important is because most people, especially when it comes to the new year, and they're like, New Year, new me. This is gonna be my New Year's resolution. They always say like such a vague goal. It's like, okay, I want to lose weight, or I want to gain some muscle. I want to start going to the gym. And it's like, how are you going to measure that? How, because if you can measure it and you're like, okay, I'm halfway to my goal, or if I'm three-quarters of the way to my goal, it's like an endless cycle of motivation. It gives you the drive that you really need to actually go and achieve those goals. If it's vague, it's going to be like a never-ending goal. It's like, I want to lose weight. No matter what you weigh, that's always like something that you want to do again. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's an endless cycle.
You could lose 50 pounds and you wouldn't know if you achieved it or not, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
You just wanted to lose weight. Yeah. So that's definitely why it need to be specific and measurable.
Mhm.
But at the same time, you can make it super specific, but it also has to be achievable, right?
Right.
So, we both have small YouTube channels. We could be like, next year, we're gonna each have, you know, 2 million subscribers. Well, I mean, it is achievable, but
Mhm.
it's very, very unlikely. You might as well not set that goal because there's a very low probability that you'll achieve it, and then you'll just be sad that you don't achieve it.
Yeah, exactly. Relevant. Now, if your goal isn't relevant, like I know Andrew, if he were like to say, this year, I want to throw a perfect game in 10-pin bowling. Completely random, not related to any of his goals. Like, what do you want to work on this year?
Like with the end of this year.
Yeah, like
Well,
just
like right now I'm doing university, uh, keep reading books, keep working out. Like I've never even I think I went bowling once, but I used like those
real
I don't know
random.
if they
Yeah.
have those. Yeah, that was really small. So
Mhm.
that would be completely random.
Like it's
Where
completely random.
because you work at a bowling alley, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's right.
It would make more sense.
For him to bowl a perfect game in 10-pin bowling, he would have to put a lot of hours in. It's not something that everyone can even do. Some people spend their entire lives chasing that, but they never even get it. So if he were to just invest all of his time, okay, it'd be like maybe an hour, couple hours every week, but still, like it's completely different than what he's trying to do. So it has to be relevant to what you want to achieve in the long run.
All right. And then finally we have time bound, or some people say timely. This is, I would say like okay, I think specific and time bound are like the most important ones in like this framework. So there's like that classic quote from who is it? Napoleon Hill, the author of Think and Grow Rich. A goal is a dream with a deadline. So basically, you can say uh, a dream is a goal without a deadline. So if you set a goal, even if you set it, whatever, you set a random goal, like a New Year's resolution, uh, and you don't say that it's specifically only for this year, well then you have no like
Deadline.
motivation to get it done,
Yeah.
right? Because when you have a deadline, like you're motivated. You know how like um so many people do this, like in the academic world, right? They procrastinate and they procrastinate so much until they realize that the deadline for the exam is like a week away. And then all of a sudden they like cram and do a bunch. And a lot of the times they don't actually get super bad grades because that deadline was like really motivating them, right?
Yeah.
And imagine if they were procrastinating and there was no deadline, and then randomly the professor said, today we're going to be doing this test. Well, then, you
Oh,
know, you would get terrible grades.
yeah.
So. Yeah,
Yeah. Setting a deadline is very important because if I were to say I want to gain 5 pounds of muscle and I didn't set a deadline, I probably wouldn't be very driven to go and achieve that goal. Versus if I set a deadline, I want to say, okay, I want to get gain 5 pounds of muscle by December 31st. It gives you kind of like a sense of what you need to do every day, how much you need to eat every day, and how
yeah,
much you need to work out to get to that goal. And you can like, because you can check in on your goal, you can see how far you're away from it.
yeah,
If it's specific and it's timely, time bound, you can measure it in both how long until the day, how far away you are from the day, and how far you are away from the goal.
yeah,
So,
exactly.
yep.
Like a lot of people think that they set goals, but they're really dreams, right? So like I could say maybe when I was younger, I would think, I want a Lamborghini someday. My goal is to get a Lamborghini someday. But then I wasn't realizing like, no, that's not actually a goal. I can make it into a goal, but right now it's just a dream. I just said someday. So it's like it's not specific or anything. There's no deadline. I just want a Lamborghini someday. That's a dream, not a goal. Right?
Exactly. So now we'll just go over some real world examples of SMART goals that we've set and why they're smart. And yeah,
One of mine was a 2024 goal, which I already completed, but it was read or listen to 50 books. And so that's pretty specific. I would say I could make it like a little bit more specific on what type of books, but it's okay. It's obviously measurable because there's a number attached to it, right? 50 books. I didn't just say I want to read a bunch of books this year, right? So I was able to measure it throughout each month, like how many books did I read, how many more do I need to go, and then achievable. I knew it was achievable because I was including audiobooks in it, and I can listen to those like a lot faster than I read, so I knew I could finish it. Relevant. I like self-improvement, and so reading self-improvement books kind of makes sense. So.
yep.
Yeah, and then finally time bound. Well, it was a 2024 goal, so the due date was December 31st, I guess.
Yeah, one of mine is 150 subscribers, and that is specific because it has a number attached to it, just like yours. Read 50 books. It is measurable because I can actively see how many subscribers I have. It's achievable because I'm only 11 away, and I know that that isn't a lot, and that I can achieve it by working towards it. It's relevant because I want to grow my YouTube channel and eventually probably monetize it. And it is time bound because the end date is December 31st. It is a 2024 goal, but I'm fairly confident that I can achieve it this November. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's one of mine.
Nice. All right. Another one of my year goals, like 2024 goals, was work on my main YouTube channel for 250 or more hours. So this is very specific, obviously. And yes, I am actually timing like the whenever I'm editing or
I mean, this
releasing.
counts, right? This is filming.
Oh, shoot. Okay. Well, now it's been timed.
Perfect.
Anyway, it's measurable because I can add up the amount of time that I've already done, just like the books, and see how much I have left. It's achievable because I really like doing the YouTube channel, so it's not hard for me to spend a lot of time working on it.
Mhm.
So I'm pretty sure, and we have like over 8,000 hours in a year.
Yeah, I'm
So
just gonna look that up.
yeah, I
Yeah,
think it's 8,740 or
crazy.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not like a super high percentage, honestly.
Mhm.
It's relevant. Obviously, I'm trying to grow the YouTube channel, so the more time I spend on it on better editing and stuff, the hopefully the more subscribers will be. Um, and then it's time bound again, December 31st. the end of this year.
Yep.
So,
I guess I'll give one more then. Read 25 books. This is I guess we kind of both had the same idea. Great minds think alike.
yep.
Um, these my books that I read are like the physical copy, so I kind of set it a little bit less. But
Yep.
nevertheless, read 25 books. This is specific because there's a number attached to it, so it's specific. It's measurable because I have all the books right here. And currently, oh, damn, I read 24 books in the past year. That's crazy. So I'm literally one of them.
Yeah.
And I'm reading a book right now. So it's measurable, it's achievable. I'm one away. And 25 books is like two a month plus one, which
Yeah.
is actually really easy. Not gonna lie. Achievable, relevant is relevant because I want to learn so that I can give you guys knowledge. I can read and then regurgitate it in kind of my own way of saying it, and that'll help me grow the YouTube channel too. And it's time bound because there's an end goal and date. Honestly,
Yeah.
I'll achieve this goal this month too. But yeah,
Nice.
there we go.
Yeah. So that is basically what SMART goals look like. Um, with 2025 coming up, I think we both definitely recommend that you try to set your goals within this framework because I think you'll have the highest chance of getting finished, right?
Mhm. All right, that's it for today's video. Go like and subscribe to Andrew's channel. He has some very valuable content, which I think you should definitely check out. And I'll see you next video. Bye for now.